The 2025 NFL defensive tackle draft class is just loaded. It's insane. I said a lot of great things about the running back class for this year, and the defensive tackle class is the exact same way, just the defensive side of the ball. It has a top-end talent that's going to be a monster for years to come, a bunch of second-tier guys that are probably going to be legit NFL starters and probably get some Pro Bowl honors, some All-Pro honors. Then you have 2 or 3 guys who are still really good in the upper echelon of NFL players. Then Tier 4 is when we probably get to more of a, hey, they're good but not great. That's how insane this class is. And the first guy that's got to be mentioned, and it's Tier 1, is Mason Graham. He is the star of the show. If you want a defensive tackle, you're drafting Mason Graham first. He is the best. He is a monster. He can rush the passer. He can play the run. He's got good power inside. He can control the line of scrimmage. He's a beast. Then you go to my second tier guys. This is where I have Walter Nolan, Shamar Stewart, Kenneth Grant. Those are my Tier 2 guys, along with TJ Sanders. TJ Sanders maybe isn't there for most people, but I really like him. I think he's a good pass rusher. I think he played the run very good. I think he might be the closest thing to Mason Graham in this draft class after Graham. Then you look at Walter Nolan, a lot of the same things I said. I don't think he's the pass rusher TJ Sanders is, so that's why I don't have him above Sanders. And then you got Kenneth Grant, who has the never say die attitude, who is just a monster and will not give up on a single play. And then you have Shamar Stewart, who it might be controversial to have him as an interior D lineman, but to me, that's where his strengths are at. I don't see him being an edge. I don't see him having his, in a standard pass rushing position. I think his strength is inside. He always is reminding me a lot of Cam Hayward when I watched him at A&M. And I truly think we put him inside, he's going to have way more success at the NFL level than if you have him on the edge. Now we go to the next tier. In the next tier, you have Omar Norman Lott, who was a monster pass rusher for Tennessee. You have Deon Walker, who played with a broken back, apparently. That's monster production with what he put up. Tyleik Williams, Darius Alexander, and I would actually put C.J. West in here as well. C.J. West, I think, is maybe a little bit more underrated. I would definitely watch out for his name come round 2 of the NFL draft. If he's available round 3, I truly think that's a guy that's going to make a lot of teams feel very stupid for passing on. But those are just the top 3 tiers I'm just going to list off. I could keep on going because this class is so loaded. The reason why I wanted to highlight those names is because this class is a breath of fresh air for NFL teams. They need interior pressure. Quarterbacks have way too much time in the pocket nowadays. It's just insane. And you get interior pressure on them, they crumble. Every single starting quarterback will crumble with interior pressure. I don't care if he can move like Lamar Jackson. He will have issues because you don't like it coming into your lap directly. And that's something that's been missing. And we just saw it work to perfection in the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles just dismantling Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs offense. You can say that Chiefs offense wasn't as good as years past, but it was a dominant performance that cannot be understated. And why is that? The Eagles built up the trenches. Every team that watched Super Bowl should have had their notepad out and should have been taking notes. We need to draft interior defensive linemen. Multiple teams should draft 2 guys this class. Multiple. I would say about 20 teams should do it. That's how loaded this class is. I think you could still get that many good players if 20 teams take 2 defensive linemen. Interior defensive linemen, to be specific, defensive tackles. And that's where we need to look at. The NFL is changing once again. You want pressure from the interior. You're going to see a lot more value come with these defensive tackles than you're going to see with edge rushers here in a couple years. And that's maybe the boldest prediction I can make. But when you look at how quarterbacks crumble to dust every time they get a little bit of interior pressure, it's a much more valuable position that needs to be utilized more. It needs to be capitalized on. I think we see more defensive tackles go round 1 than most other positions. I would say you see 5 to 6 to 7 first round defensive tackles. That might be a bold statement, but I can't help but think it's more than well deserved with this draft class. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you want more NFL draft content or just more NFL content. I do plan to do other sports here as the NFL draft winds down. You got the NBA playoffs ramping up. You got the NHL playoffs ramping up. It's going to be a fun time. And if you'd share this NFL draft video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. A new NFL draft content will be up every weekday up until the NFL draft, and probably more still on there. It's the NFL draft. I love it. I love the debates. If you want to go down in the comment section, talk about it, bring it on. I love talking about the NFL draft, and I love seeing everyone's different perspectives on the draft. And if you like this content, there is more in the playlist appearing on screen right now. It's every NFL draft video I have done so far this year, and you have my most recent upload on the screen there as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.